Straight Talk. The Film Cynics with Steve and Brian on C-FAX 1070.
Greetings and welcome back from the news break. I hope you found it informative. My name is Steve Johnston. I'm joined by Brian Dukowicz. We are the Film Cynics, and we are talking movies, TV, and pop culture on a Sunday afternoon.
Who wants a DVD review?
The movie is Piranha. It comes out on DVD on Tuesday, and I loved it.
Yeah. It's a fun movie.
So what's it about? Well, it's about piranhas, I guess.
Okay. Really, there's a party town. There's this little lakeside town that every year has this wicked party. With
Lake Victoria, as it were.
Yeah, and all these college kids come and they get drunk and naked and stuff. There was an earthquake and it opened up the cracks of the earth, and there was these prehistoric piranhas living below the surface that now are unleashed on this town, and havoc ensues. That is the movie.
Yeah, basically. Oh, yeah. So Spring Break meets, well, one of the old Piranha movies. It's Jaws meets Spring Break.
Yeah.
Girls Gone Wild meets this and that. I guess we're not even supposed to say Girls Gone Wild because it's in this movie it's Wild Wild Girls, because I guess there was maybe some possible lawsuits pending. So basically, there's a lot of nudity, a lot of sexual situations, a lot of gore, some decent violence, and some good time funniness. This is like getting back to the classic 1980s fun time horror film. That's not even. It's a creature feature. It's not
really even a horror film. It's a gore film.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to have people get disemboweled and dismembered and blood be everywhere.
And show a lot of boobies and a lot of severed limbs. And,
I don't think I was ever really scared watching this movie. I was kind of grossed out a lot.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes. Like it's a movie about piranhas that attack people. Like, what do you expect? And I love the fact that the makers of the film got that.
Well, yeah.
You
so
know?
that's directed by this guy Alex Aja. He's a French director. I love French directors. They're just so cool. And this guy really gets it. I mean, his approach to it was so cerebral, which is awesome because it's totally not a cerebral film at all. But he really thought out all the aspects of it, all the characters and their interrelationships, and then plus how to set up these crazy scenes. You know, he cast every single one of the extras.
Really?
You know, generally they just farm them in, right? There's some guy with a megaphone. Okay, start screaming. No, they actually brought through each of the extras one by one and cast them for different things based on their skills and their interests. So like 1,000 people or whatever went through his.
That's commitment to your Piranha.
And
script.
he did it. He didn't just get some flunky to cast them. He participated and made sure.
Wow.
So this is down to the details. So who is in this movie? Well, there's some great stuff going on here. We got Jerry O'Connell.
Yes.
He plays the Wild Wild Girls guy, so he's kind of the sleaze bag. He's also a bit of a predator piranha himself. He sort of predates on the main character, played by Stephen R. McQueen. And the answer to the question is yes. He is the grandson of Steve McQueen.
Really?
He really is.
Oh, cool.
And so he is the son in the movie is the son of Elizabeth Shue, the sheriff of the town, and whose deputy is Ving Rhames. And in trying to do some research on who the piranhas are, they go to the local mad scientist played by Christopher Lloyd. Which is a wicked Back to the Future reunion for Elizabeth Shue and Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, right, because she was,
Of course it's erased. Yeah.
See, that was, to me, the Christopher Lloyd part was one of those parts. Like, I saw this in the theater when it was in 3D just because I heard it was really fun. And when Christopher Lloyd comes on the screen, people cheered.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the sort of impact this moment has, because all of a sudden, like, he hasn't really been in a lot of movies lately that you would really...
Yeah.
But for him to appear in Piranha 3D as the crazy scientist, everyone just loved it. Like, he's not in it for a ton, but when he is, it's just so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
he basically provides one of the final shocks of the film, not to give too much away, but yeah, he plays an integral part of the film, and so he's able to set up certain scenes to comedic or terrific effect.
You know who my other favorite part of this movie was?
Jerry O'Connell.
Besides Jerry O'Connell, we'll get to him in a sec. Eli Roth.
Yeah,
Eli Roth appears in the spring break party scene as some guy on a barge, like telling girls to take their tops off or whatever, and spraying them with hoses.
Yeah,
Eli Roth is a director.
Yeah, and a producer.
He did a new Hostel and things like that. He was in Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds.
He played the Bear Jew.
The Bear Jew. So he does some pretty good things, more or less.
In the special features, he talks a lot about how he was in Inglourious Basterds. I think he wants everybody to know that's what he...
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal because everybody already knows that, so you don't have to tell me that.
But for him to appear in a movie like this is just, it kind of, to me, it's one of those nods and winks. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's kind of silly, but it's fun at the same time.
Well, let me just tell you what the best thing about it, somebody making an appearance in this film and how that was so cool. Richard Dreyfuss
Yes.
starts this film out. He's the first guy to get eaten. He's out fishing. He's dressed exactly like he was in Jaws. He's and he gets swallowed up. I wish he had said something like, "We need a bigger boat."
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He's only in the first opening scene, and he still gets his name in the opening credits.
Well, of course, it's Richard Dreyfuss. Like you know the Piranha movie, even from the cover art, it is paying homage to Jaws, those sort of fish killer movies in a way. So to get the guy from the original movie into your movie is a pretty big deal. But like we were just mentioning earlier, I think we've agreed on this. The winner of casting in this movie, Jerry O'Connell.
Yes.
As the guy in charge of the Girls Gone Wild type videos.
Yeah.
He plays he's so good.
As the sleazebag good time party guy.
Yeah, the guy who's always on drugs and just in it for all the wrong reasons. And I don't want to ruin what happens to him because it's so awesome, but it's awesome. You know, like it's totally fitting for his character, and the way he plays it out is so great. And the entire time you kind of like him, but you also hate him because he's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
But
That's always been my conflicted relationship with Jerry O'Connell.
You hate him because he's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
But you love him anyways.
Well, I mean, I love Jerry O'Connell in The Defenders. He's great in that. And like he's great enough to actually distract from the fact that Jim Belushi's in that show. So in this, he's really the centerpiece. I mean, there's a lot of very good-looking women, and you can spend your time looking at them, and that's awesome. But Jerry O'Connell is really like he's the driving force behind this that keeps it fun, keeps it exciting.
Yeah, lots of humor from Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. I was so not amazed at his performance because that's an overstatement. I just really enjoyed him in this role.
Yeah,
you know, he just made it. He was that Adam Scott is in this as sort of the other male lead, sort of the.
It's so strange his participation
because Adam Scott is really funny. You've seen him in like the Step Brothers movies and Party Down and things like that. He's quite a funny guy, but here he's the serious guy. He's like the scientist searching it all out.
Well, he's sort of an Indiana Jones because he's like a superhero dude who's like saving people on his jet ski, but he's also some kind of paleo anthropologist or something. Yeah, he's like Paleolithic biologist or whatever.
For people that are wondering, yes, they are doing Piranha 3 Double D. Is the sequel coming out I think it's next fall.
It's loaded with all kinds of special features. I love the little fold-out cover with Ving Rhames with the outboard engine. It does say that it's got deleted scenes. I went all through all of the directories as best I could find. I could not find them. So there's some problems with the authoring that I did not like. Okay. However, it does have a lot of great making of stuff, which is where I found out all this other stuff about Steve McQueen and Alex Adja and his approach to the film. So yeah, very thorough making of, which is really great on a kind of film like this.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I give it a keeper, 100%. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not a big gore fan, but I would say this is a keeper because it's one of those movies for those certain nights when you want to watch something funny and gross at the same time. You put it on, everyone can have a good time and kind of get disgusted.
Yes.
Wow. Piranha get the double keeper over The Social Network.
Who knew? All right,
what kind of day is this?
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be breaking some titles out of the Super Vault called Whitnell and I. Stay with us.